How's it going, everyone? The PlayStation Store has, yes, kicked off another PlayStation Store sale, and that is the Hidden Gem sale. Now, looking at the first page of this sale, I do have to question the thought process of considering some of these games hidden gems, but nevertheless, there's some pretty good deals off the first page that I'm seeing, so let's get right into it, and let's talk about it. It Takes Two is 25% off for $29.99, pretty good co-op game there. You can invite a friend to play with you for free, so if you want to split the cost with a friend, essentially 15 bucks a pop. Little Nightmares is $4.99, excellent survival horror title, really more of a horror title, but very well done, and Little Nightmares 2 is great as well. 5 bucks for that is solid. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is down to $7.49. If you're a Plus subscriber, you'll actually get it for $5.99, so you save a little bit more. Very atmospheric, very psychological game, not the lengthiest game in the world, but a really good one. Unfortunately, Hellblade 2 will not be on PlayStation platforms, given that Microsoft has acquired Ninja Theory, but still a lot of reason to play the first one. It's quite good. Judgment, 40% off for $24. Great game. Lost Judgment just dropped. That one's pretty good as well. Check out Judgment. It's a quality title. That is the PS5 version, by the way, so make note of that. Yeah, upgraded for PS5. Slime Rancher, 70% off for $6. Final Fantasy 15 Royale Edition, 50% off for $17.49. Yeah, I don't know if Final Fantasy 15 should be considered a hidden gem, but nevertheless, I have my issues with Final Fantasy 15. However, for this price, this deal I think is quite good. There are a lot of things I liked about Final Fantasy 15, believe it or not, even though I sometimes go scorched earth on the game. Like the music a lot, like the combat system a lot, and there's quite a bit of content. Visually, obviously, the game is quite the looker as well, and the Royal Edition adds a lot of the content that was missing, the DLC content, and you do have a Royal Edition upgrade, so $17.49 for that is quite good, and you can spend quite a lot of time with Final Fantasy 15. Just don't go into it expecting the most engaging story in the world, and I think you'll be overly satisfied, to be perfectly honest. SMT3 Nocturne HD Remastered is 35% off for $32.49. Still a little bit pricey for my liking. Like, if that was like $25, I think it would be a good pickup. $32.49 is still a bit pricey to me, but if you want a dark, challenging RPG, JRPG, that is a pretty good one. Castlevania Requiem, Symphony of the Night, and Rondo of Blood, $8.99 for that. That's quite good for your old school Castlevania. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is 70% off for $9. I constantly go to bat for this game. It is an excellent game. A lot of people will compare it to like the Souls titles. I can see the similarities. It's a fairly challenging game, but it definitely has its own flavor to it as well. Quite a bit of content, and this version does have the Dark Arisen expansion, so that's quite nice as well. The original game released on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and Dark Arisen came out after the fact, so yeah, a lot of the issues with the PS3 version are remedied here as well, because a lot of those issues did come from a technical standpoint. Obviously, that's remedied being on the PS4. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Definitive Experience, 75% off for $4.99. Obviously an excellent deal. It's Metal Gear Solid 5. It's quite good. You know, I know some people had their issues with it back in 2015. No reason to really go back into that. The game itself, I think, is quite good. A lot of content as well, and the Definitive Experience includes Ground Zeroes and a bunch of other additional content, so $5 for that is quite a good deal. If you want Judgment on the PlayStation 4, that's down to $19.49, so you can get that a little bit cheaper. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, 80% off for $9.99. Prior to Tales of Arise, this was probably my favorite Tales of game. Either this or Tales of the Abyss. Tales of Vesperia I just thought was fantastic. It had a great cast of characters. I really like the interactions between all of them. The story itself isn't anything mind-blowing or blow-away. It's a pretty typical save-the-world JRPG story, but it works well enough. Combat system was fairly good, and the world had a lot of content to it as well. This is a lengthy JRPG, one that you could easily spend, 60, 70 hours on. The Pathless down to $24. What else we got? Orcs Must Die 3 down to $24. Bayonetta down to $9.99. That's quite a good deal. Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, 30% off for $28. This is one of the more underrated games that came out in the last year. I believe it came out last year. And very, very stylistic game. Maybe it'll remind you a little bit of like a Vanillaware title. $28 for that, I think, is quite good. Celeste is 75% off for $5. This game was incredibly, incredibly well received. If you want a challenging platformer, Celeste is a pretty good one, especially at that price point. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, 33% off for $20.09. Not the steepest discount in the world, but that trilogy is quite good. I'm a sucker for games like this, very story-driven. light on the gameplay in terms of it's not like an action-oriented game or anything like that, but you really have to pay attention, and there's a lot of nuances to the story as well, so I'm into stuff like that. Next up, Slay the Spire is also on sale. $13.74 for non-Plus subscribers, $12.49 for Plus subscribers. I love Slay the Spire. It's a game that on paper I wouldn't think would work so well, but it's a combination of a roguelike with a card game, and the thing about that is both of those elements complement each other really well, and Slay the Spire lends itself to having a lot of replayability and a lot of strategy. There's, like, at first, you're not going to understand this game all too much, but then the more you play it, you'll start to grab some of the mechanics and understand what you have to do. Play it for yourself. I think you'll enjoy it quite a bit. Nickelodeon Kart Racers, 75% off for $7.49. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered is 80% off for $9.99. Until tomorrow, Ni no Kuni 2 is also on sale. That's $9 as a part of the Big in Japan sale, so go check that out if you're interested. Wrath of the White Witch Remastered is definitely a good one, though. I actually like Ni no Kuni 1 better than 2 as well. I think most people did, but yeah. Valkyria Chronicles Remastered and Valkyria Chronicles 4 bundled, that's $12. That is such a ridiculous deal. Valkyria Chronicles 1 was great, and Valkyria Chronicles 4, while it doesn't reinvent the wheel, you know what they say, you don't gotta fix what isn't broken, and that's really what Valkyria Chronicles 4 adopted. Great cast of characters in both games. And even if you're not a big fan of JRPGs, this is one that I think a lot of people can just get into, just on the fact that it's an emotional war story that you're getting into with great tactics-based gameplay. It's a really good title. $12 for both games is really good. Nexomon Extinction, 45% off for $11. Haven is on sale. It is 35% off for $16.24 for non-Plus subscribers. For Plus subscribers, you can get it for $14.99. This is a game that I recommend you guys to play it with in co-op with your significant other. That's kind of how they designed the game to be. The gameplay is good at first. It does get a little bit redundant. However, the art style is great, the music is excellent, and the story is quite good as well. So from that standpoint, I would recommend the game. If you want something a little bit more relaxing, I think it is a pretty good game, and at $15, not a bad pickup. Salt and Sanctuary, 70% off for $5.39. Pretty good buy there. Bunch of the Yakuza titles, Yakuza 3 Remastered, 4 Remastered, and 5 Remastered, each $9.99 a pop. If you're not going to buy the collection and you want to buy them, you know, standalone, one at a time, not a bad pickup on any of those. Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition, $14.99. Vanquish, $9.99. Love me some Vanquish. Platinum Games did a wonderful job with this game, and if you guys know Platinum Games, you know that they create these over-the-top, zany action titles, but Vanquish, I feel like, is over-the-top even for Platinum Game standards, and I say that in the most positive way possible. The game does not have a story to write home about, but if you want to have a fun action title with crazy gameplay that you can beat in, like, during a Saturday evening or something like that, Vanquish is a really good one. Again, a relatively short game, but one that I thought was a ton of fun. Pyre, 70% off, excuse me, for $5.99, good deal there. Hotline Miami Collection, 75% off for $5, another good deal. Mare's Edge Catalyst is $4, Void Bastards is $14.99, Battle Chasers Night War is $8.99, it is, I believe, $5.99 if my math is correct if you're a Plus subscriber. Yeah, $5.99, that's actually a pretty good deal. Cat Quest is on sale. Transistor, another great Supergiant title, $4.99, excellent. Let's keep the Supergiant momentum rolling. Bastion's on sale, 75% off for $3.74. Bastion came out all the way back in like 2008 or 2009, and it has just aged so marvelously well. Has an awesome art style, great narration. Like, if you want to compare the narration of Biomutant to Bastion, my god, opposite sides of the spectrum. I always talk about Biomutant having poor narration, Bastion, incredible narration, great game, great story, great gameplay, highly recommended, especially because while the game is relatively iconic, people back in the day really talked highly about it. At this point, I know some of you guys might have missed out on it. Remedy that ASAP. $3.74 is a great pickup. Talos Principle Deluxe Edition on sale for $7.49. You'll save a little bit more if you're a Plus subscriber. SteamWorld Dig 2, 65% off for $7. Excellent Metroidvania title. Great art style there as well. Definitely give that a recommendation. Iconoclast, 75% off for $5. What else? We got Scourgebringer, 35% off for $11.04. Cat Quest 1, 80% off for $2.59. That is such a cheap game that, you know, I would check it out if you want something a little bit, you know, relaxing and a little bit more casual. Valkyria Chronicles 1 standalone is on sale for $8. If you can, just buy the collection. You'll get both games. That's a great pickup. Left Alive Day 1 Edition. Oh, why is it still the Day 1 Edition? This game was like 2 years old, but it's $9. Yeah, that game was incredibly disappointing, and it's incredibly depressing to think about how disappointing it was, but not a good game at all. Yeah, so those are the majority of the great deals I'm seeing. I'm going through page to page, and nothing else is really... Tokyo Chronos is on sale if you want to check that out. More of a story-driven visual novel style game. But yeah, some pretty good deals. There's 20 pages of deals, and I'm on page 7. Just checked out page 8. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the deals. I'll probably do some more videos in depth. There's a couple deals left on the Big in Japan sale that I haven't talked about. Dot Hack GU Last Recode's on sale, and the Ni no Kuni 2, as I mentioned. Check those out. Probably won't get to that in a specific video, but yeah, I thought I would mention them. That's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.